Hey guys. Hey daddies.
It is weird.
Welcome to the 291st episode of Dunn and Drew. But you need yours on because yours sometimes comes off and we don't
You're right.
know. That would
I
be
just
really
realized
bad.
that.
Welcome to the 291st episode of Dunn and Drew. Great to have you here with us.
9 left.
Yep, 9 more episodes left until, honestly, I don't want to tell you. Nuggets are world champions. World champions. Nikola Jokic couldn't care less. I'm on a 20-day sobriety challenge. Have some thoughts on that because it's my first one ever. I will get into that later. Hung and Promiscuous is back, just like you guys all asked for in the Discord. But this time, it's written by us. And it's also a Patreon.
Back to our roots.
Yeah, it's also a Patreon exclusive again. Speaking of Patreon, trivia begins very soon for our fans. Isn't that crazy? Trivia begins very soon for our fantasy football league. Feels like yesterday we were doing that weekly. That was so much fun. The call-ins were hilarious, obviously. So get in Patreon to participate. More on that later as well. I'm Drew, here with Dunn, and here we go.
Won't grow up. I'm a grown-ass kid. Swear I should be locked up for stupid that I did, but I'm a champion. So I turn tragedy to triumph. Make music that's fire. Get my soul through the wire.
Happy birthday, Jack. He came last time he was on the pod. Oh, you just fucked me up.
Oh, no.
Last time he came over, he was talking about how his birthday was coming up. And Jack is very good at remembering, everything. And he told us his birthday.
He knows he's very oddly good remembering people's birthdays. Like he doesn't forget it. It's very okay.
And
very weird.
when we sat down for the pod that day, I had already forgotten this man's birthday. So I knew whenever it came up that it was going to be a bad day because I was going to forget it. And it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Same. And I think when he told us, I mentioned that it was the same day that my youngest niece had a birthday, June 13th. I had to have said that because that's her date. And I didn't remember. So
I would always make a joke that his birthday's on Juneteenth because it just ends in a teen. And while making that joke, I eventually started thinking his birthday was on the actual Juneteenth day, which is at the 18th or the 19th. See, I don't even know Juneteenth. Do you not know?
16th, I think.
Ooh, you should know.
I don't celebrate it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just post about it sometimes.
I don't either.
I've posted about it. I haven't posted about it since George Floyd died.
Oh.
That year and the year after, I think I posted about it. I think it's 16th, June 16th. That makes sense.
So needless to say, I forgot his birthday because it was one of the teens, and I completely forgot the first teen. I'll know it from now on.
The first teen?
It's the first teen, 13.
You'll forget that.
No, there's no way. Although, no, I'll probably think it's the 14th because that's when I told him happy birthday this year.
Well, now I won't forget it because I have a family member that shares a birthday.
Oh,
and
true.
now it's stuck in there. We got it.
So happy birthday, Jack.
Yes, happy birthday.
I'll send you some money soon or something.
I hope you're enjoying this listen. It's probably your 5th podcast listen of the day.
Oh, he's not here.
Correct.
We didn't. If you're listening, Jack is not with us today.
You remember what he's doing?
No, he's doing a number of things, driving all over. He drove up home, which is like 12 hours away. Yeah, he's doing a bunch of things. One of them is celebrating his birthday.
Did you pull the trigger on that Delta flight to Pittsburgh yet?
No, but it is only $113 to get there.
Yeah. That's as low as I've ever seen going anywhere for Delta.
Yeah?
Well, since like 2021.
I love to hear that.
One way, especially.
Wonder how long that'll last.
I give it maybe 2 more days.
Whoa. So you're saying I should book? Let's get seats together.
That's why I asked on in text message. I was like, we got money in Dad Bank?
Dad Bank. Once something's let me just move some money around,
Yeah, I got you.
That's what poor people always say. Let me move some money around and I got you.
Did you look at flights today, or do you have them like
No, I looked today.
Flights notified. Okay. That was good timing. Shit. Would have missed that.
Yeah, 113 is not bad at all. Then we'll just figure out the our way home.
Yeah, that's what I did with New Orleans. I booked my one way there, and I have got no return.
Speaking of booking flights, we have one coming up, and I can't wait.
Oh, yeah. I was like, what? Where are we going?
We have one coming up at the end of the month. It's Daddy's 5.0. Can't believe we've been doing this 5 years in a row. Group chat formed quite a number of years ago, I guess 6-ish. And then we were like, hey, let's get a little get together, see how real this chat is. Got only about 10 of us, 10 of the 30 or something that were in the chat. Met up in Fort Lauderdale in 2019, and 2020 was COVID year. Went to Phoenix, Arizona, and then 21 Phoenix was so good we went back. And then 2022 went to Austin, Texas. And 2023 this year, in about 2 weeks, we're going back
to Phoenix,
back to Arizona, but in a city next door, Scottsdale. So,
and they've all been different too. Like they've all had different people, they've all had different guests, but
different theme, like different, the 2019 was 1.0, so that was different, and it was very small.
Yeah, it was.
And it's Miami Beach.
It was tiny.
2020 was COVID. That was kind of the theme. 2020 or 3.0, I guess that's Parliament was born.
Yeah.
And then Austin was
in 20 and in 3.0 we had, some attendees, female attendees for the first time ever. So we broke into that. Some spouses joined us. And then last year was a bachelor party. So this year we actually have 3 people engaged. We have Alex, Hunter, and
wow.
Oh, hopefully I didn't ruin that.
Wow. Yikes.
I don't think his soon to be fiance listens, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. This will probably be the best one yet, 5.0. But this is the Arizona send off. Like we're done with Arizona. I mean, we love Arizona, but come on.
We're not there for the city, right? They're for
yes and no.
They're for the house, and I think the house is there, and they've proven to be the best bang for the buck.
Yes, but I don't know how long these will continue. But in future retreats, I do see some excursions happening. I feel like most people just want to stay in the house because we've been there, done that with Arizona. But I feel like if this was Lake Tahoe, we'd be out of the cabin, or Hawaii, or San Diego. We'd leave. I'm sure we'd leave. So I ain't going back to Arizona. But if we draw out of the hat and it's Arizona again, I have no choice. But I'm very excited for it. We got the Snap group countdown. We're at 60 days. I tried to do...
We're at what?
16 days.
Oh, said it fast. Sound like 60.
Yeah. I tried to do a fitness challenge, but it failed. I feel like everyone in the group chat has or is completing a challenge successfully, and I just have failed every time I've even attempted.
You're good. You were good at it. Like, remember when we lived in the apartment? You were a fucking animal.
Yeah. Because I was still in the gym grind when we moved here to Jack's. I got lazy and in a relationship. Those are excuses though. I obviously don't encourage it. Don't encourage this behavior. I don't like it. But I always say I'm gonna get back. But it's just a flip.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't flipped it. I just haven't.
Yeah,
I will eventually.
It's so hard to flip.
I will eventually. Trust me. On God, no cap. Y'all have seen the gym snaps, the gym Instagram page. I'm in there. I be in there. It's coming. I don't know when, because we're going to football season soon. But maybe it'll be easier during that, because I know I'm going to be binging Saturday, Sunday. So get right during the week.
So with a trip comes like a weird love and affection I have for like airport travel. Obviously not on the way home from the trip.
What's the love and affection? I hate every aspect of it.
I just love the idea that I am going to be taking an Uber to the airport and the final destination is like 20 of my best friends. And like I have a 2-hour layover in Atlanta. plenty of time for 2 beers or 2 cocktails. I'm still juggling with the idea of upgrading my seat to first class because it says it's only $200.
Well,
I've never done first class before.
When the seat gets taken, you won't have to decide anymore.
True.
So
I wouldn't mind if it does. But we're stopping at a casino for night 0 for the early party. And I'm wondering, like, why would I drop $200 on first class when I can use that $200 to gamble?
Yeah.
It's $213.93. God, that just looks so nice. Like, just get fed drinks the whole time.
What time do you land that day? 29th? I'm sure it's evening, right?
Or afternoon. It's
So this whole night before party started because I gave Andy the wrong date.
3:37.
I gave this dude the wrong date to fly out of because it was the same price that I got. It might have been, or it might have been a little. It was a good deal regardless, the one-way flight that I showed him. But I put it for the wrong date, and he booked it. And then I noticed it, and I was like, cancel. But then everybody was like, no, we'll come early. So like 7 people are coming early to have a casino day and night before the retreat, this is the longest retreat. This is 5 days. Have we ever had the 5-day? We have the 30th, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and we leave the 5th. That's a full 5 days, full 5 nights. It's going to be long. It's going to be, this is why Andy's on his little no alcohol diet right now.
We can talk about that. Yeah, I wanted to do some kind of no alcohol thing before the trip. And because when I get to a destination or a trip like the cruise, I did do I think I did a 2-week before the cruise of no drinking.
Did you?
Yeah. And then we drank like the night before and then the night before that to kind of
ease you in,
lube me up. And I wanted to do like a no drinking thing because when I'm at a week-long binge like that, what kind of holds me back sometimes is like something, I drink. I'm like, oh man, I really got to make a change. Like, I'm just going to get back home and just start drinking again. And not that I have a problem. I just want to prove to myself that I can. And then when I'm at the trip and I'm going like drinking nonstop, I'll be like, yeah, I'm doing this, but like I can stop whenever because I just did. Second part of that is this has been the hardest week of my life. Not really, but it's been 10 days. I'm super proud of myself. I have my chip here.
Shit, I'm proud of you.
My 10-day chip. Just kidding. These are Carnival Cruise Line gambling coins, which I look forward to gambling again.
I doubted you so that you could complete the challenge. If that was any motivation, probably not.
When did you doubt me?
Well, I said this was a prove it to me scenario.
Oh yeah.
Because you asked me if you could do it. And
that helped.
I was like, you have to prove it.
Yeah, that helped.
Because it's a long time. 20 days, no alcohol.
That's so long.
And I've seen you.
Yeah.
I've seen you.
And it's not. Alcohol has no control over my life. But when I'm bored, it's such a good thing to do to pass the time. Or like when I'm cooking here for dinner, there's nothing that goes better than cooking something on my grill, playing music, and sipping a Miller Lite. Oh my God.
But you told me that because I came here when you were eating dinner, and normally when I come over, you have music playing.
Yeah.
And you said you couldn't have music playing because you weren't drinking. So there's somewhat of a control in your life. If you can't hit play on a song because you don't have a drink next to you.
I think it's because I'm used to cooking, listening to music, and drinking. Right now I have ginger ales in my fridge. I might just sip on a ginger ale.
Yeah, it's a drink.
I have been drinking some Diet Coke to help. When you want that, when you just crave that carbonation.
No, I don't.
Well, sometimes I crave something different than water. And usually it's when I do that, it's like a beer. But now I just go grab Diet Coke and all right, let's roll. I've been very productive. I've been going to the gym more because usually if I work all day I'll grab a beer at like 5:30 because I'm craving it. Like long day at work, nothing's better. And I also mowed my grass without having to have a beer.
That was tough.
That was big. Also, I cleaned my house for 2 hours on last Saturday night, which with no. What the fuck? Are you recording this?
No.
Dirk just texted me saying 10 days, question mark.
Oh, I did a tweet.
Oh, okay.
I tweeted the picture of you in the cage.
No. Oh, no. Thanks.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh, I got to see how that's doing. So I posed. I went into Walter's cage and I like put my face against the mesh like a caged animal, a rabid dog. And
like Peter Griffin in that Pharaoh episode.
He's 10 days sober. That's funny. What was I saying?
85 Tokasa.
What was I saying?
You were mowing.
Oh, yeah. I mowed the grass without having to drink.
And cleaned the house Saturday night.
2 hours.
Very productive.
2 hours, 2.5. The house got spotless. And I did play music. There you go. I did play music.
Nice.
Play music, cleaned. That was actually big of me.
Tonight was just tough then.
Yeah,
Like,
because you have too many factors. Worked all day, cooking, and music. That's a lot.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to,
A
something.
little sip.
So I just listened to a podcast and this was business. This is a business thing. It's all business. Let me just cook dinner, get done, eat, do the podcast.
So how many days left? Are you counting down?
No countdown. I just have a count up. So I have an app that's helping me.
Oh, nice. Even have an app to help.
Yeah, and I feel really
dedicated.
Like I'm in there with all the degens because I can see all the comments. Like they're going through it. Like, man, here.
Wait,
we shouldn't.
This is a social media app for people that are sober?
Yeah, and what's really cool, so many people use it. Look, I've saved $63. I've saved 2,700 calories.
Oh.
So many people use it that that they share with you the post of people that started the exact day you did. And it's really like, if I had a serious problem, I would definitely use this app. If you guys, it's called I Am Sober, if you guys are interested. But let me just give you an example. This is from today. I want to have a drink so bad, just one of those days, going to the gym instead. There you go. Tempest, 1:30.
Nice. Do you get to like reply to these people? Or
You could. You'd have to sign up for the account, but I'm just a spectator. Yeah, double digits I'm on day 10.
You're deep. I'd say that's deep. You're past a week.
Here's,
I feel like the first week is the hardest with anything, with any new routine or diet.
Here's someone said day 9 and 1 day for my personal longest streak since 2016. Since day 0, I have been replacing wine with adaptogen drinks, and hemp-derived CBD water. I've been very happy about both. I'm so fucking annoyed with my computer making that noise. Damn, there were some good posts yesterday.
Why are email popping?
Okay. So here's a good motivation.
This might turn you completely sober, actually.
Press it. Press it.
I can't. I believe what I'm saying. Man, so you forgot who I'm is. You forgot who I'm is. That concert coming soon.
So with Jack's birthday just arriving, I thought of this. He's been 23 years sober.
Wow.
Which, when you think about how long I went, 21. I mean, it's not that much more impressive. My longest streak, 21 years. Jack's longest, 23. Is it that impressive?
It's pretty impressive.
Like, he's not that much better than me. He's gone 23. I've gone 21.
But he'll go longer.
Yep, but as of right now.
As of right now, you're right.
We are very close.
He's only got 2 whole years on you.
And if I start now and live to 100, that's 70 years.
Well, you just said that.
Okay, start after the retreat. Well, after
I think
the Jag season.
Okay.
Well, then we're going on a cruise. That's tough.
So the cruise, I remember after the cruise, drinking all that, I felt fine. I was just very tired and my voice was gone. Did I have an urge to drink still? Yeah.
Yeah, I did too. The cruise didn't really.
Yeah, didn't really affect me. Like I never got sick like you did. You got deathly ill, but I was never like down bad on the cruise. I was drinking the same thing every day pretty much. Didn't really have any frozen drinks. I hate frozen drinks. I was drinking like tequila and fucking ginger ale and shit when my stomach was upset. But I feel like the retreat, we'll come back and everything will be fine. Like we are built for these moments.
Yeah, but the drinks are going to hit a little different on the retreat because on the cruise they were a little weak and the mixers got really annoying.
Oh yeah, we're going to be hurting for sure.
Like on the retreat, it's straight Casa, like straight Casa, straight swigs of Casa.
Spinning the bottle till it's empty.
Yeah.
It could land on you 3 straight times.
Yeah. Damn. See, that's why I'm going to be able to enjoy that knowing like I deserve this. I just went 2-3 weeks without drinking. Like my liver can handle this.
Drinking games, sport activities, dehydration, lack of sleep. You'll find a way to sleep. You always do. But
you know what we're doing on this trip is gallon jugs of water. That way, no single water bottles. And maybe everyone starts with 2 of their own gallons. Write your name on it. And that'll last you a few days. Maybe a couple. We'll be playing pickleball. You're retired from sports,
and the more you drink and the more you have activity like that, you need more than 1 gallon.
Yeah.
So,
but it's just going to be easier.
You should just get a water cooler with like several 5-gallon jugs.
Yeah.
So we could fill them up. Or are we just going to use the hose water to fill them up? Could do that too.
I'm concerned about the food situation. Like, how do I make sure that I always have? I don't remember how I made sure that I always had food to eat because that also affects how much I drink. I always have to have a full stomach.
I was also concerned about that because, I mean, we have the grill where we made burgers and hot dogs, and that felt like it only lasted. Those were gone like ASAP.
Yeah.
And then what?
20 people. It's like we have a summer camp.
And then what did we do?
We have to feed a bunch of kids.
Forget what we did. We just had chips laying around. How did we survive?
Yeah, I don't know how we always provide food. What's something easy that you can get and just keep for yourself all week? Just like whenever I'm hungry, just like it needs to have meat and it needs to have carbs.
Pizza.
Ooh.
Just reheat pizza every day. But that crust will get old.
Yeah.
After like a couple of days. It's going to be tough. We'll figure it out though. I remember him saying the first grocery run last year was like $1,000 between liquor and groceries. Luckily, I won't be there for that. So hopefully y'all get enough. I do not enjoy the grocery runs.
Yeah.
I know we need to eat, but we're feeding 22 grown men.
That'll be playing games and drinking all day.
In the hot sun.
Hungry.
We have appetites here. So
we should like plan this like way ahead of time.
This is gonna be tough.
What's next? Oh, the NBA.
Yes.
Let's talk some sports.
The Denver Nuggets, as I predicted, won it all. And it was after the Heat tied it up 1-1, I thought it was going to be an interesting series, but they quickly ruined that. It was probably one of the most uninteresting finals of all time.
What? Yeah, I mean, it's not all of them.
Nuggets coasted.
Yeah, not all of them are 4-1. And when I tune in, I'm like, how did the Heat score? How did they make it this far without? It seems like every time they try to get a bucket, it's a challenge, and it makes sense because I don't think they have many people that are great at creating their own shot, right?
No, they don't.
How did they do this?
Grit. That's not good enough for you?
No.
Well, that's the only answer.
Every team has grit.
Not enough grit. The Nuggets, they have the most grit, clearly. But the Nuggets were the best team.
Well, they have Jokic and Jamal Murray.
Yeah, and they're not going to let you win. I don't know why. I don't know what the Celtics. Weren't the Celtics, who was up 3-0?
The Heat
were. Oh, yeah. I don't know how that even happened. The Celtics were like one of the best teams all season. They go down 3-0 to a team that was one loss away from not even making the playoffs. The Heat were never supposed to be here.
This is the first like Cinderella run in NBA finals that I can remember. Usually the NBA is supposed to like cut out the teams that like, yeah, you're cute. You have grit and you have heart, but that's not going to win you 4 games against the elite talent. But the Heat kind of did that. this season.
Yeah, it was rare. They were only the second 8th seed ever to even make it to the finals. Usually 1 versus 8 in the NBA is completely lopsided. It's like when the Bucks were the first seed that one year and the Orlando Magic were 8. It would have been like if the Magic made it to the finals that year, but they got swept by the Bucks, which was supposed to happen. Supposed to happen this year. The Bucks, even though Giannis was hurt, I thought the Bucks had a much better team than the Miami Heat, and they lost 4-1 to the Heat. Then they played the Knicks, which was like a toss-up series, and then the Celtics series was like, what the fuck? They almost gave that away. But I can't explain it. I don't understand how the Heat made it that far, but there was no way I had them beating the Denver Nuggets in a series with Jokic and Murray. I've been seeing this duo since 2017 and how good they are. And Murray hurt his ACL, and Jokic had to do everything by himself. That one year he got swept by the Warriors. I remember that was painful to watch. Felt so bad for the guy because the Warriors were just like quadruple teaming Jokic and nobody could do anything. So this was finally earned, and Jokic, he's ready to go home after all that. He seems like he guy gives me Andrew Luck vibes. He wins his title. I feel like he just wants to retire now. Like why play any more basketball? You got a family to raise, go back to Serbia and just live your life.
Yeah, he really fit all the stereotypes that people have about him, or all the opinions people have about him, all the memes. Like he completely fit that to a T. With like they win the finals, he's just walking around, not really celebrating. You saw the clips of him celebrating afterward, like he threw Jamal Murray, I think it was, into the pool. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was someone else.
Yeah, Jamal Murray threw him.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, Jamal Murray like pulled him in.
I don't think so.
Okay,
I think Jokic.
Maybe
I don't know. But and then his interview was, oh no, the interview while he's still on the court where he says, "I'm tired. It's time to go home" or something. Oh, I don't know. He said something
when
about,
they asked him about the parade, right?
No, that was later. That's what I was gonna say next.
That's
that was
the one I
later
saw.
at the presser where he's like, "A parade? What's a parade? Oh, I'm tired," or something like that. That was funny. Anyway, not going to say something that someone else didn't already say the last few days about the finals. Can we compare? Can you pull up the last 5 NBA Finals champions?
You don't know them off the dome?
No.
Wow.
Oh, let me try.
Then this was a trivia question.
Yeah, it was. Let me try. Nuggets.
Yes.
Last year was the Warriors.
Yes.
The year before that was the Bucks.
Yes.
So it's 3. Year before that.
Yeah, that's 2. The Nuggets don't count. You said last 5.
Including the Nuggets.
Okay.
Yeah. Before the Bucks was the Lakers, 2020.
Correct. Yep. Little bubble.
And then before that was the Raptors?
Yeah.
Wow. What would you say was the worst team among that group? Who would come in last place in a little round robin?
Probably the Raptors.
Who'd they play?
It was Kyle Lowry was still on that team. Kawhi, Siakam.
Who'd they play in the finals?
Warriors.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Was that a good finals?
Why don't I remember?
I'm feeling like 4-2 or something.
Yeah, 4-2.
When's the last time we had a game 7 finals? Don't tell me it was LeBron 2016.
It was.
That's the last game 7?
Yep. Bucks won 4-2. Lakers won 4-2. Raptors 4-2. Warriors swept the Cavs the year. And then it was 4-1. Wow, we really had a Warriors-Cavs run.
Love it.
What a time.
How many with 3?
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 straight years of the same teams in the finals.
What? But I loved it.
Yeah. But like going through an entire 82-game season.
It's the same team.
For 4 years straight, we got the same 2 teams. Wow. In hindsight, I'm like, that was a waste of my viewership.
What were the results of each one.
2015, 4-2.
Warriors won 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
That
2016, 4-3, the comeback, obviously. And 2017, 4-1. And then 2018, they swept.
Oh, man.
And did all of these have Kevin Durant?
No.
Or not 2015.
2016 did not either.
Okay, yeah.
But that was the best team of all time, record-wise.
Yeah, 73-9 team, yeah. And then KD got the 2 finals MVPs for the 4-1 and 4-0 series. Fuck that guy. Hasn't done shit since.
Yeah, that's not going to look – history's not going to look back on.
Like, that Suns team was so bad.
The Suns went to the finals.
Yes,
No?
before KD. Because they were playing the Bucks with Devin.
I forget the Suns went to the finals.
Yeah.
What?
Devin Booker made it. Because that was I think that was when they bounced the Luka.
What was the
Luka?
Was that 4-2?
Wait, what was I'm trying to think. Luka had like a great game where he bounced the Suns. I guess that was the following year.
All right, best team.
Warriors.
Which one?
That won?
Best team that won
Yeah.
in the last 5 years.
I want to say that first Warriors team.
And that was Durant's last year there?
No, I'm saying the first 2015 year where they won 4-2 before KD was there.
No, I'm talking the last 5 years, last 5 champions in the NBA.
Oh. So the ones you just listed,
Yeah.
where it stops at Raptors.
Which winner was the best of those 5?
Bucks.
What?
Bucks over the bubble Lakers and Raptors. Warriors beating Boston. Yawn.
Warriors.
Nuggets versus the Nuggets I'd say the Nuggets were better than that Warriors team. Because did they play? Yeah. No. The fucking Lakers beat the Warriors this year. Damn near the same team. I'd say the Bucks. After Giannis and the Bucks won that one year, I thought they were going to win every year after that. But he's had injuries, so he's not been durable enough to take the Bucks back. Like this year, how do you lose first round?
They get swept?
No, 4-1. They won one game against the fucking Heat. Crazy. But NBA season's finally over. And now it's Wemby season, the NBA draft in 8 days. I will watch it, and I will tune into Summer League.
Are you going to be nervous when the picks comes in?
Imagine they throw a curveball, they trade it. Pop's like, we don't want this guy anymore. There's no way that happens. Just a thought. I'm so down bad with how little sports are on right now that I placed a free entry for WNBA.
That's really bad. Are you watching?
No, I'm not watching.
Okay,
I placed
that's a little better.
I placed it without watching any games. I don't even think any of the games were on television. But good news, I did win $2 out of that. And I placed another entry on a couple baseball players. So just put me out of my misery. Give me fucking football. But we'll talk more NBA when some good news comes. But that's a wrap for NBA on Dunn and Drew for the time being.
It's also kind of a wrap. I mean, we're going to do top 100 off the dome coming up soon. But it's kind of, in terms of sports on TV and sports coverage, the NFL is kind of in a hiatus until training camp starts. Mid-July, early July.
Yeah, July. I think late July is when Jags report. Like July 25th.
God.
So we go on a little vacation with the football teams.
Big tennis news. Novak Djokovic won his record-setting 23rd major championship or Grand Slam.
My dentist actually brought it up to me today. I usually don't come across people who start talking about tennis
No, you don't.
in conversations. So
You don't look like a tennis guy.
it was refreshing to hear, actually. She was talking about the French Open, and after she mentioned it for a little bit, she said, if you watch tennis, that she'd give us one of those. Like, for the people that talk about tennis, they know it's not that popular of a sport amongst many, so they got to hit you with the, if you follow. If you follow. I was like, girl, I follow. I was a little upset about Alcaraz and his cramping because I wanted to see him knock Djokovic off, but
Yeah, that was supposed to be an epic collision.
And she agreed. She was bummed about it. And then she had said a tennis player's name that I hadn't heard pronounced like that because I don't think I've watched a single match of his. I think she said Rooney, R-U-N-E.
I thought it was Rune.
So did I. But she said Rooney or Run. She might have said Run. She said it how I didn't think it was pronounced. But I did have a little tennis conversation with my dentist today. Teeth looking good, though. And if you don't have insurance, my dentist cost me $169 today, which is probably the least expensive medical care I can get with any doctor, probably. Like, if I do a doctor's visit and get like an x-ray or something, that shit's going to be like $500. The dentist is my safe place, and I need my smile.
True.
I had some errands to run today. I just have a little vent. I was not planning because I went to the dentist today, spent $169. I had some errands to run for my charity event that's happening at the end of August or mid-August, picking up some items from local businesses that are, giving us some things to raffle off. And I went to Park Street where Hawkers is. I was going to Sunray Cinema because they gave us a bunch of free movie passes to raffle off for the event. And that's all I wanted to do. I wanted to go there, get the passes, and then go across the street and go to this pie place and pick up a pie. That was the plan.
A pie. For what?
Just to eat a pie. Because they have good pie. So
Okay.
I just wanted pie.
All right.
Because they're right there. It was a pit stop. So those were my plans. So I come out of the movie theater, cross the street, and I get stopped by two people who are at a table and they're in nonprofit shirts. None of this I noticed at first. I'm just telling the story from what happened after, but I just noticed a guy there standing and he asked me a question. He said, would you rather live without your arms or your legs?
What the fuck?
Yeah. That's
Just
how-
randomly?
Yeah. He's like, can I ask you a question?
What is this?
Yeah.
L.A.?
He's like,
man on the
he's like, we're taking a poll. He's like, would you rather live without your arms or your legs? And he wanted me to answer quick, and I didn't have a quick answer. I was like, I've answered this before, but I don't remember what I said. But
It's legs.
I said legs.
Yeah.
And then he goes on to talk to me about children in hospitals without, limbs and shit like that. I was like, oh, great. Here we go.
Here he goes.
This had a purpose. It wasn't just a random poll.
Trying to sell me. What are you selling?
So he goes on his little pitch, talks about the charity and all of that, the nonprofit, and then he ultimately asked for a donation. And I was like,
What? What? They were eating dinner or something? Lunch?
no, they were just at a table with, flyers and
Oh,
information and
God.
stuff. But one was standing and one was sitting. So this guy was standing and talking to people passing. So then he goes on and says, we'd like to get a donation before you leave here. And then he shows me like the donation list. And I'm like, I'll give a donation. I was like, Venmo, like you take Venmo, you take cash. And then no, he shows me a fucking page of different types of donations and what the dollar amount will give you. So like if you donate 500, they'll throw like a party for a kid in the hospital. It was like 500, 250, 100. I was like,
Yes, sir. I can't do that.
I was like, in my head, I'm like, I'm not donating this much. I was ready to give you a $5 bill, babe, and keep it walking. So he eventually said, yeah, we have a $50 option as well. And I was like, okay.
Oh,
I was like, I'll do 50.
oh, you're bigger man than I.
So I donated $50 to this nonprofit after
Sorry
coming
to
out of the movie theater.
Sorry to hear that.
And I didn't know if I was being scammed or not, because I was like looking around at their table. I was like, "Do you guys have a website?" And I was checking their website while I was doing that shit, because they were taking my card information and shit and like doing the transaction in front of me on the iPad. And I was like, "Am I gonna get an email confirmation?" So it was legit. It was just hella sketchy, because like most people, when they're taking donations, you can just, donate on your phone or something, mobile app. They were typing in all this shit. So hopefully they're not taking my card info and charging it again, because they'll be seeing me if they do that. But yeah, I spent $50.
You're gonna be like, hey, you two are about to you two about to go through life without your legs, huh?
Jesus. But yeah, I just, in an effort to spend less money and be more frugal, it never works. I don't know how anybody is able to do it. All the financial gurus and experts, they say, earn more, spend less. What we need,
Earn more, spend less.
we need a masterclass on how to fucking spend less. No one shows you how. Please tell me how. I write down my expenses.
Don't buy the pie.
Every single one.
Walk by the charity booth.
It's not that easy, though. When you're as kind and gentle as me, who was picking up items for a charity, and then I see a charity, I'm like, oh shit, they raise money for kids.
I have a solution.
Let me donate something. Stay inside.
No. Blackout. Just drink all the time, because when you do, you don't eat, so it saves money.
Who
And
doesn't eat blackout drunk?
You don't. You don't like eating before you drink.
Yeah, before. But once I'm blacked, I'm eating everything.
Pizza's cheap.
Domino's is cheap.
And then you're also kind of an asshole, so you would tell off those charity guys. You say, leave me the fuck alone. Bitch ass. And
I
then
think
you
it
walk by them.
depends what I'm drinking, because I could also be like extra happy and nice depending on the setting. It depends. My liver levels matter.
Liver level.
There's a point where I'm peak happiness, gratitude, and if I go over that, then it's aggression, gorilla done.
Gorilla Dunn.
But no matter what I drink at the retreats, I'm never aggressive. I'm just stupid.
Because there's no ops there. You gotta have an op.
Yeah. Who are my ops at the tailgate?
The other team. Yeah, the other team brings an energy in you, like, hey, we're gonna go fuck someone up. We're proving ourselves. Like, everyone's out to get us. It's true.
That is true. Just like a big fuck you to everybody against me.
Yeah. It's Eric Dunn and the Jags versus them all.
Versus everybody. Yeah. So yeah, that is my vent of how I can't keep my card in my wallet when I want to. And I'm working on it. I promise you.
No, I have that issue. It's a disease. I have that. I'm calling it a disease. I have it because I check my credit card statements at the end of every month, and it's a big old sigh. Like it's a what every single time. I'm like peeking at it. I'm waiting. I'm like, what the fuck? What did I buy? Then I go. I'm like, yeah, I bought that. Yep, makes sense. Yeah. Food, need food, gas.
Yep.
Need that, the insurance, need that car payment. Okay. Yep. I mean, yep. All makes sense. Walter food. This all makes sense. I guess it just cost me $1,000 a month to live. I know that in my past, I've done it for a lot cheaper.
We all have.
But you know what? Me and you, I discovered like we have the same opinion on this. Maybe you were joking.
I was not.
But I have a certain lifestyle. And I'm sorry. I'm not going to decrease my lifestyle to fit what I'm making. What I'm making is going to increase to match my lifestyle. Because I think the other way around is loser mentality. I think it's great motivation. You want motivation to make more money? Live beyond your means.
Live beyond your means, and then once you're making enough money to exceed what your means were, don't exceed them more.
Yeah.
Because we're already past our means.
I feel like, say I start making double one year, or sometimes something happens that I start making double what I make now, what would change? What kind of means would my means change? Would I start eating out more? Would I eventually start spending again more than I should at that income level? Or would my means stay the same? I think they would go up. I'd get a little more expensive taste. I wouldn't
like what though?
I would go to takeout, or
is there something you're not doing now that would?
There are when I go to eat, I definitely look at the prices on the menu. And I mean, like, if it's $18, I won't get it. I'll get like the $15, that little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to like go and start eating $90 steak. I'm just maybe not care so much about an $18 item if it's even if it's like a Thursday. That might be a change.
Is it mostly food related for you?
Yeah, because like I will purposely, like if I'm going to lunch, I'll purposely find a spot that I am not pressured to tip. So I can't be waited on, and they can't do the little spin around thing on the fucking tablet.
I hit no tip.
Yeah, I'm learning.
Unless if it's one of those quick service places and they do that, I say no tip.
I'm learning to do that myself.
If it's a place where they wait me, then it makes sense. But like at the pie shop, they're just going in the fridge and getting a pie that's already in a container and handing it to them.
Did they put a tip thing on there?
Yes. There's a tip thing.
Unreal. That is insane.
Yeah, it is.
They're like, and when I was at Crumble the other day, I told you, they said, would you like to tip the cooking making staff or whatever? The bakers? What? No, do you guys pay them? Are they not paid? Are they paid by Crumble?
The bakers.
Is it my responsibility to pay them? They didn't wait on me. I'm not getting served. I don't even know what the cookie tastes like. So what am I tipping them for? It's wild. This tipping culture is go crazy. Like don't. It's like these industries and businesses are subsidizing. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I didn't take econ like you did.
Boy, you know my GPA was 2.5.
They're subsidizing the incomes of their employees with tipping software.
Yeah, they are.
And I'm not going to be a part of that. There's no difference than Starbucks. It's common that people tip Starbucks.
Whoa.
What's the difference between or I don't know if it's common, but they ask for a tip. What's the difference between...
I'm unfamiliar with how they operate because Johnny just orders on the app and then I just pick it up usually.
That prevents having to run into the tip situation. There's a big difference between... No, sorry. There's no difference. Actually, I'd argue maybe McDonald's workers work harder. But...
Tip McDonald's.
Do I get a tip screen at McDonald's? No. Wild.
Well, I think McDonald's is just so fast paced, it would slow down operations because they get so much business. But yeah, the only people, don't get me wrong, I have out of pressure hit the tip.
Oh yeah.
But it would be like, I never hit like the suggested percentages.
Oh no, I do other and I do $1.
Same.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm not clicking 24. No. Fuck out of here. But if I do feel pressured to tip you, then I will hit other and type $1.
I'm not doing 20% because if it's a $10 item, you can charge me $2. No.
And sometimes I get nervous because I don't want to hit 100 by accident because you're trying to get out of there quickly. You're like, do $1. Okay, sign. Get me the fuck out of here. But yeah, $1 is good enough. And who even sees that? Do they all just split it together?
What about at Publix when they say, would you like to donate to children with cancer? I started learning to say no to that.
I did a video on that. Do they ask that at Publix? I've been there a lot, and they haven't. Well, I do.
Could be Winn-Dixie.
Well, I do a lot of self checkout. I don't think they ask it. One thing that gets me is when they ask if you'd like to round up to the nearest dollar. I do that a lot.
I do too.
Because I like round numbers.
Yes.
So whoever came up with that, fuck you.
Yeah.
But it works.
Yeah.
Taco Bell does that shit on their app. They're like, you want to round up?
for like St. Jude's or something.
Yeah. But on their end, that's like an extra, that could be an extra 90 cents per person. You have 1 million customers. That's an extra million just for people rounding up to the nearest dollar. Fucking geniuses.
Even if they ask, so I'll be in situations at grocery stores where they'll ask me, would you like to donate to blah, blah, and I'll say, can you just round it up? Can you just round it up for me? And then sometimes they'll say, oh, I can't do that. I'll be like, no, sorry. Just that's kind of another way to get out of donating. Anyway.
Lastly, you guys know we went on a cruise for my birthday. I enjoyed it a lot. I saw the activities that were happening on the boat. I'm trying to explore several avenues in the entertainment business. That's why I work for the Jumbo Shrimp on their promo team. And I applied to Carnival Cruise as an activity host a few months ago. Well, actually, it was just recently. I was browsing Carnival website in March, like a month after the cruise. After we got off the cruise, bruh, the second half of February, March, April, May, probably the worst months of my life.
Oh.
I have not done it. I didn't do anything those months. I was just like browsing like how to make some extra money because I'm like, I'm just not going to sit at home and create videos all day. That's not what I want to do anymore. I still like to make videos, but I just don't know of what. So I need a little bit of guidance. I need to put myself in different situations where I can be creative. So like I can make videos at Shrimp Game. I can make videos on a Carnival Cruise. I can make videos walking dogs and shit. I need mental stimulation. So I've been searching these jobs out. I went to Carnival site. They were like, yeah, we don't have a position open right now, but fill in your email and we'll notify you when it becomes available. Got an email like 3 weeks ago, said, hey, position's open. I applied. Apparently my resume and cover letter was good enough. I did it in ChatGPT cover letter.
That's awesome.
And, put a little bit of my flavor on it. They had some very good vocabulary. So might have swooned them. But they liked it enough to give me an interview. And you guys know me. My last job interview was fucking 2013. Like 10 years ago, probably. Even more than that. My first job was 2011. Yeah, 2011 was probably my first job interview. So they were like, you'll be sent a link for the interview process. So I'm like, okay, don't know how this is going to go. I don't remember what this is like. But the next email, it was the interview process. This is all digital, completely digital interview, not speaking to anybody. I was like, this is kind of sweet. So what it was 5 multiple choice questions. So one of them was like, oh,
you have them?
Yeah, I have one of them. I took the screenshot. This is the one that I sent y'all. The second question of the 5 multiple choice was, are you comfortable working on your feet for 10 to 12 hours per day, every day, for 6 to 7 months at a time?
Yes, Amasa.
And I put no.
That's funny. Yeah, you should still submit it.
I did.
Hey, you're honest.
I submitted it before I came over. So that was funny. I don't remember what the other questions were. I think they were just pretty generic. They were just yes, no questions. And then the second part of it was...
hold on. It's on your feet for 12 hours a day for 6 straight months? Every single day?
Every day.
Every day for 6 straight months.
10 to 12 hours a day. Half the day. So where do you sleep? Some of those hours have to be sleeping. So am I getting 8 hours? Am I getting my 8 hours of sleep? Probably not. If I'm on a boat, party boat, I gotta eat
for 6 months. No weekends.
Nope.
That's insane.
So I said no. I was like, "What? Are you out of your mind, Carnival? Like, give me a better schedule than that." But
did you apply to be the maid service?
But it was
imagine you going in the rooms, the staterooms.
I'm sure some of you guys that have done interviews have been through this before because technology is changing. But how the interview worked was it was 10 questions. It was on this platform called Higher View. Have you heard of that? Higher View? Well, if you've been in an interview and you're listening, you've heard of it, keep listening. There were 10 questions. All of them I answered from my phone, and they had to be video responses. So they would give you the question. They would give you 30 seconds to prepare, like to read it, and the timer would be going.
Fuck.
So this shit is like,
I would blank.
this shit is like pressure to like, because you got to go. Like when you hit continue, the timer starts. So you get the question, 30 seconds to read it. If you use all 30 seconds, then it goes right into the question. Like gives you 5 seconds. It said loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The video starts recording automatically for you. And whatever you record is what is.
There's no redos?
There's no redos.
Oh my
Whatever
God.
you put on camera is what gets sent to them.
That is pressure.
Yeah. And you have to stop the camera yourself, or you can use the full time, which was 3 minutes. You have 3 minutes to answer each question. But I was knocking this shit out the park, just going boop, boop. I was having fun with it because I was like, one of the questions I started like, I was playing around with. I was acting like I was posting Instagram stories. I even said that in one of the questions. I was like, this kind of cool. I feel like I'm posting Instagram stories. I don't know if they're going to take me seriously, but who cares? I ain't standing on my feet for 10 hours. But in the very last question, they asked the standard, what are your personality, your traits that would make you a great part of the Carnival team? And I told them, and then the last part, I was like, yeah, so about what I answered, I referenced the question that I said no to. I was like, I hope my answer about working for 6 to 7 months doesn't affect your decision because I have some other things going on, but I'll talk to you soon. Some shit like that.
But that would be, you can't, anyway.
I didn't care.
We'll wait till you get the job.
After I said no, I figured that would
Yeah.
hurt me because I feel like they don't change their contracts for people.
Right.
Like, this is what they do. You're on a boat 6 to 7 months, and you're on contract for them. So I didn't care. If they wanted me enough, then they would, change their ways for me. But I'm not entitled.
I really like this guy. Can we get him a chair? Can we get him a tall chair?
I'm not entitled. I just, if you don't ask, you don't get,
Yeah, right.
And I don't want to work for 7 months straight on a boat.
On your feet.
Like, I'll do contractual work. Like, you put me on a boat for a week in July, a week in September. I'll do that. But it doesn't make any sense that I'd be on a boat for 7 months straight, different boats 7 months. I don't know. Change that shit. Carnival? Fuck. Anyway, that was fun.
Shout out to JC. He wanted me to shout him out. Are we ready to wrap up and get to Patreon? One thing first, this podcast is sponsored by a brand new state-of-the-art. Let's try to be serious because it's hard for me to be serious about my own projects.
Why?
I don't take myself seriously enough. But I have been...
You were pretty serious in the Jags video.
grinding, maybe because it's just me.
You see me and you're like, oh, I can't be serious.
I've been grinding away at... So let's set the stage better. My mom is a dog trainer. She trains dogs in Central Florida and has a bunch of clients and a bunch of success stories, like no negative reviews. They're killing it. And she uses this dog training method called e-collar training. It's kind of gaining a lot of popularity in the country right now. And if you have a dog, so what I want to do was, she's only limited to Central Florida because she boards and trains. People drop their dog off. People aren't dropping their dog off from Tennessee or Texas, California, because it's just too far. So I wanted to find a way to get her training to those people. And I landed on an online course where you can do it yourself, where it's kind of like a done with you. Like the course would walk you through step by step each session and graduate you from training your dog on leash, disobedient, to eventually off leash, where they can roam around outside, not run away, walk next to you without a leash, and listen to a bunch of commands. And the course is called Off Leash and Obedient in 30 Days. If you have a dog that is terrorizing the house, or maybe jumps on counters, jumps on people, bites, doesn't know when to calm down, has too much energy because they're terrible on walks and you don't want to take them on walks. Or maybe you have a field by your house that you could go take your dog at to go run around, but you don't want to because you don't trust them off leash. A lot of uses for this course. It'll really bring your dog from wherever they are now to off leash and obedient in 30 days if you follow it. So the link is in the bio if you want to be one of the first purchasers. I will give you actually after this podcast, I'll put a unique link in there to where you can get it for like 30% off or something. So let me know. Actually, you don't even have to let me know. Just click the link. Cool. Or you can message me about it. You don't have to follow the link. Just talk to me. We're all friends here. And I made it. So shout out JC. We're going to go to Patreon now and record another episode of Hung and Promiscuous. It is very dirty, very vulgar. We are back to our roots.
It's bad.
Like if you missed OG Dunn and Drew when we didn't give a F.
Have you read it in its entirety?
I don't think so.
Good.
All right. Dad and Donna return in a few moments.
I do have a question of why you called him dad and not father.
I don't know.
You changing his brand?
No, father's good. It'll be father when we do it.
Okay.
Because I feel like she calls him, she doesn't call him
She
daddy.
calls him daddy.
Oh, daddy.
But in the script, he's father.
Okay. Yeah.
You're just out of practice.
He's still, it's been a while. He's still father in my eyes.
Thank you guys for listening. As we've mentioned, make sure you guys get in Patreon, patreon.com/Dunn and Drew. It's only $5. That's an Abe Lincoln. We have trivia coming up for fantasy football very soon. Next month, July 25th. That is when the Jags will take the field in their new practice facility and training camp will begin. We can't wait. It's coming up soon. Looking forward to that retreat as well. Lots of content will be coming from that. But until next time, this has been Dunn and Drew, baby. No hint of Jack.